it's Mrs. Hebert. I miss you guys. Listen, we need to know how to make fraction strips for this fraction thing coming on. There are some in the resources section of our Google Classroom. If you're lucky and you have a printer at home, you can print them out and you can cut them out and use them there. They don't have to be in color. You can print them out in black and white. But if you don't have access to a printer, oh no, no big deal. All you need is a piece of paper. If you have a ruler, yay. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Pen. So what you're going to do is, I used this big ruler, and I just drew some lines, and then I would just cut out the strips. So I have a bunch. So I used I made 1-inch strips. I found a smaller ruler, and I had the 1-inch strips. So now I have my 1-inch strips. So again, just take the paper, cut it right along the lines, and you get a bunch of strips. You can use a book to make a straight line. You can use whatever you need. You don't need a ruler, but just make a bunch of strips. Here are my strips. Woohoo! I'm going to make some fractions. If you do them on white paper, you can always go back and color them with a crayon, a lazy crayon. Take the wrapper off and then rub it on, and you can do that. So now we're going to make fraction strips. And it's a good way also for us to practice our fractions. So how many pieces are here? 1. This is our whole. So we want to write a 1 on this. And the word whole. Not with an H, but with a W. It's a whole. Okay, here's my marker. You can use a pen, crayon, whatever you want. Here's my next fraction strip. It's a whole, but I'm going to fold it, and I want to make sure that the two little pieces are together and they are even. And I'm going to fold it. How many pieces did I make? 1, 2. So what is this? It is a half, and you can draw a line where we folded it, and a half. So we have 2 halves, and we know for a fact 2 halves make a whole. Okay, here's something else I want you to know. You can write 1/2 like this, which is what we're used to, or we can write it like this, which is how you're going to see it most of the time on the computer. I'm not a computer whiz, so we're going to see it like this. But there they are. They mean the exact same thing. And remember, when we think about fractions, money. Think of money. What's $1/2? What's $1/2? 50 cents. That's half. So remember, always try to think of fractions as money. What's 1/4 of a dollar? A quarter. So there we're going to go. All right, so now we have our 1 whole fraction. We have our half. Now, if we take our whole and we fold it in half, and then we fold it in half again, and we open it up, and we draw lines every place we folded. How many pieces do I have in my whole? What'd you say? You're right, 4. So this is 1/4. I'm going to write it both ways so we remember. So here we are. We have 4s. 4/4 make a whole. Woohoo! Now, let's take our next one. Here's our whole. We're going to fold it in half. Then we're going to fold it in half again. And then we're going to fold it in half again. So it looks like this. I spy. No. We're going to open it up and again, draw your lines on all the pieces. Now count how many pieces we have. Equal pieces. Remember, equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we have 8 to make a whole, we have, these are all 1/8. So you're going to write 1/8 on each of them. Okay. We're going to do one more where we're folding in halves and halves. So if we went, and first we had halves, then we had fourths, then we had eighths, what's going to happen? 2, 4, 8. If I fold it one more time, let's see what we get. I'm going to put all my little marks on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is 16ths. Okay? So I made 16ths, which we probably won't need. Okay, so we got a bunch there. Now there's a tricky one. What about thirds? Thirds. We have our whole. You kind of have to fool around and bring the two pieces in on each other and get them so that all three pieces are even. It takes practice. I was a secretary for years and I always had to fold ledgers in thirds, so I got it easier. So remember, take the pieces and put them like that and then fold it. Draw your line. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And my 1/3 would equal a whole. So there we go. Now if I took my third again, remember, take them, fold them in, move them around until they're even. So there's my thirds, and I'm going to fold it in half. If I multiply 3 by 2, what do I get? 6, you said? So what do you think we're going to get? You think we're going to get 6? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got it. There are 6 pieces. So now we have 6 pieces. So you can make the fraction strips yourself. You can practice folding them. I think it's important that you have a whole, a thirds, halves, fourths, 6, 8ths, 10ths, and 12ths. You can look at them and decide what you want. You can always go back and make them at another time. The best part about folding fraction strips like this is, if I said what's equal to 1/2, I can take my 1/4 and fold it and see if I could get something. Oh, wait. There's 2. 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 1/2. So you can take these fractions and compare them together. Can I get 1/2 to equal thirds? No, doesn't work. What about 8ths? If I hold it up, how many 8ths? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can use these fraction strips to compare things, put the numbers together, which is bigger, 1/2 or 3/4. Start them both. Which is bigger? 3/4, absolutely. Okay, so you can use these, stack them up, put them up next to you, play with them. They're a fun toy, get used to them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how to make fraction strips. Again, just make sure the strips are straight. They can be as big as you want, as small as you want, but fraction strips can help. I miss you guys and wish we were doing this in class. You know I would have tons of colored paper or we would be cutting with scissors. Just do the best you can at home. That's all anyone can ask. Anyway, here's hoping we're back in class soon. Miss ya. To the moon and back and more.